Hey everyone, welcome to All Things Considered. If you found your way to this video, then you're probably thinking about starting your own YouTube channel, or you're just wondering why guys like me, married, with kids, even bother getting into YouTube. Now the most obvious reason is to make a little money sharing your knowledge, your adventures, or your travels, which kind of makes it seem like you need to be doing something interesting or unique to be a YouTuber, which really isn't the case. Today I'll be sharing 5 perfectly valid reasons to start a YouTube channel that doesn't involve making money. Let's get into it. Number 5, learning to make movies is fun. Making YouTube videos involves many of the elements that go into making a Hollywood movie. Except instead of having an entire film crew, a cast of talented actors, and an army of post-production staff, it's all just you. You're the writer, you're the director, you're the cameraman, you're the lights guy, you're the sound guy, you do the cutting and editing. You're also the actor if you appear in your own videos like this one. And so in the process of creating these videos, you get to learn a little bit about each of the roles. But in addition, you also gain a better appreciation of the art of filmmaking. Although Hollywood films blow through multi-million-dollar budgets, setting up your own channel is absolutely free, and all you need to get started is a phone with a camera, which is all I'm using right now. Number 4, combating your midlife crisis. It's not unlikely for people between the ages of 30 and 70 to suddenly realize that time is starting to catch up. And while everybody else on their social media feeds appear to have already achieved success and have found their purpose in life, or ikigai as the Japanese call it, they begin to feel they've fallen behind or have yet to reach their full potential, which can eventually lead to depression. One way to combat the dreaded midlife crisis is to embrace your creative side, and making YouTube videos is a great way to unleash your ideas, quirks, and frustrations. You might even find that people can relate to your situation and appreciate your ideas, which can give you a feeling of accomplishment. Of course, if you aren't comfortable with sharing your creations with the world, you can always set the videos to private so only you can review them. Starting a journal in written or video format is also a great way to cope, and it's practically free. At number 3, practice what you preach. If you're the type of person who finds it difficult to follow through on your New Year's resolutions or the promises you make to yourself, one way to push yourself to commit is by telling people about the changes you're making. This puts extra pressure on you to keep your word because now people can call you out if they see you stepping out of line. For example, in previous videos, I mentioned that this channel is all about living with intent and making well-considered decisions in all aspects of daily life. So by saying that, I have no choice but to follow through, or risk looking like a fake. So if you really want to make a drastic change, like quitting cigarettes for example, try starting a YouTube channel about your journey towards that goal. At number 2, relating with the kids. Like most kids these days, my son idolizes YouTubers. He thinks they're cool. And if there's one person in the entire world that I want to think that I'm cool, it's my son. So what do? Do I tell him YouTubers are dumb and force him to like the stuff that I'm into? No. I go and start my own YouTube channel. Now I might not be making videos about Minecraft or giving away ridiculous amounts of money for people to do some crazy challenge, but the mere fact that I'm on YouTube puts me in the same ring as SB737 or Mr. Beast, at least in the eyes of my kid. When I was writing the outline for this video, my son came into the room and asked me what I was working on, and we proceeded to have a 15-minute conversation about this very topic. And it's that level of engagement that I want to continue to have with him as he grows up. And finally, my number 1 reason for starting a YouTube channel that isn't about money: digital immortality. We're all going to die. But unlike previous generations who left us with nothing more than blurry photographs to remember them by, we now have the technology to preserve ourselves in high-definition digital formats, like a YouTube video. I have no idea how long YouTube intends to keep videos like this up on their servers, but I guess for as long as someone watches it once in a while, it will remain there for years to come. Creating YouTube videos just for posterity's sake might seem like a waste of time, but with the advances in AI and deep learning we're seeing today, it won't take long before a lifelike digital version of yourself can be created. Not unlike what Morpheus referred to as a residual self-image in The Matrix, this virtual you would be able to mimic the way you respond, the way you speak, along with all your facial expressions and gestures. Even more intriguing, this digital copy will stick around long after you've passed on. I know it all sounds like an episode of Black Mirror, but we're actually seeing glimpses of this phenomenon now, where friends who have already passed away are still somehow with us here. Their Facebook or Instagram accounts never got deactivated and are still reminding us of their birthdays and our memories together. So what does this have to do with starting a YouTube channel? Well, the way I see it, the more information about yourself and your likeness is stored online, the more accurate this digital avatar of yourself is going to be. But even if none of these cyberpunk ideas ever become a reality, one day my son might want to tell his grandkids what his dad was like. And instead of rummaging through my old things for a photograph of me in my prime, he can just share a link to this channel. So there you have it, 5 perfectly valid reasons for starting a YouTube channel that isn't about money. If you come up with other interesting reasons to start a YouTube channel, feel free to share them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of content. Thanks for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.